back. Just yesterday we were together, now we shall continue. So we will, I don't know if this thing is working, I guess it's not working. So we're going to sing Jai Radha Madhava first. Is the Mridanga player ready? Yes, so we'll sing today this for the beginning. And I'm sorry we had a little delay. We started a little bit late, but we have enough time. So everything's going to be okay. Everything is okay. All right. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopechana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana. It's okay. Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopechana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Heroes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Heroes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Shri Radhe. Jaya Shila Prabhupada, Shila Prabhupada, Shila Prabhupada, Jaya Shila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Shri Shri Radha Madhava ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Sankirtan Yagya ki, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. I think it's maybe it's is it too how to say? It's okay, yeah, not too loud. Okay, good. So today our topic is just give your love to Krishna. So this is basically the most essential topic because according to the Shastra, we know that our nature is to love, isn't it? Everybody wants to love and to be loved, right? You can ask it for any kind of person, Indian person, American person, European person, Chinese person. You can ask it from the animals also. Everybody wants to love and to be loved. That's our natural constitutional position. It's because the spirit soul's nature is to love God and to be loved by God. But now we are on this material platform and we're trying to satisfy that natural love by loving material objects. So therefore we are not fully satisfied. So the whole process of self-realization is to learning how to direct your natural love to God. So therefore, this is the true essence of religion, how to simply increase love to God. And today we're going to speak more about it and how it's done, why do we need it, and what are the actual benefits. Because this is the essence of Krishna consciousness, because to love means to serve, right? So Prabhupada says that love is not only that we are taking. So we come to God and ask, give me this, give me that, take. Actually, we should come and say, what can I give for you? Krishna, please take, please eat this food, please accept my loving prayers, please accept, you can offer so many things to Krishna, to God. So this is love. Love means two persons. Love cannot be one-sided. And love cannot be impersonal. I can say, I love the sky. No, this is, it's not possible. You may like the sky. So love means that there has to be two persons. Love is two-sided street. So there is love coming from one side and then from the other side also. And love means exchange, right? So it's not that I just say, I love you, and then that's all. Naturally, there is an exchange. So that means we are giving something and we're also receiving. So all these natural things in Krishna consciousness, we're going to do that with God himself, with Krishna. So, and that's the greatest adventure of all, because that will actually bring us to our real nature, where we can be fully satisfied. That is pure spiritual self-realization. So, in the Nectar of Devotion, so the Rupa Goswami, he gives a definition of what is pure love to Krishna. So he says that first class devotional service, first class love, means that one must be devoid of all material desires. And also one should not desire any knowledge obtained by monistic philosophy or fruitive action. So it means that actually pure love, pure bhakti, it's free from any tinges of karma, jnana and yoga. which are all in the sphere of material energy, because bhakti is purely spiritual, purely natural for the soul. And also, the devotee must constantly serve Krishna favorably as Krishna desires. So when we truly love someone, then we are interested in what this person likes, right? And we're trying to do that. We're trying to serve in that kind of way as to do those things which are favorable to our object of love. So the same thing is with Krishna. So we need to learn what Krishna desires, what he likes, yes? And that kind of service has to become constant, that we're all the time in that kind of consciousness, we're all the time performing. So that is pure love. So, and gradually, we are coming to that level. But we have to understand the goal. Just like yesterday we spoke, we have to have our goals fixed. Then we can function much better. And then we are not distracted, one-pointed attention. And if you are developing pure love for God, then you can be assured that everything else also will be harmonized. Why? Because that's the nature of Krishna consciousness. If you love Krishna, then you will also love everyone else. And that means you also love yourself truly. That's true self-care, is to love God. So people are speaking about self-care, you have to take care of yourself. True self-care is to develop love for God. And then you will see that will give you the strength and intelligence to actually truly take care of yourself, both materially and spiritually. That's a very potent process. So, and yesterday, my godbrother, Acharya Prabhu, he told after the program, we had a meeting of disciples, and then he told, oh, please tell the story of Lord Jagannath. So, and then I said, but maybe I will tell it in the class. And he said, yeah, it's a good idea. So what is this story? Because now we're going to tell you a special story about Lord Jagannath, which happened 11 years ago. Yes, 11 years ago. Not 1,000, 2,000 years ago, but 11 years ago on our planet in Tallinn Iskcon Temple, Estonia. That's where I'm from. And initially, I didn't plan to tell this story. But when Acharya Prabhu mentioned that, then I could understand that Krishna has some plan and actually ties very well with our subject matter. So therefore, I see that Krishna wants to that I tell this story. Lord Jagannath wants to spread his glories. So this story, it starts in 2011. So our temple president, he visited Germany for the very first Kirtan Mela festival in Europe. And he was very impressed that many days devotees can chant from morning to evening. Such a nice festival. And then he came back to our temple and he told all of us, all the brahmacharis, let's also make Kirtan Mela festival in Estonia. And we were, of course, thinking in Germany, there was a huge hall, a big summer vacation resort. But we have a small temple, how can we fit everybody? But he said, yeah, we can do it. We could feel his great faith and conviction and to make this for the pleasure of Krishna. And at the same period, our temple president, he noticed that our altar in the temple has two domes. And up on the dome, one is for Panchatattva, other is for Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. But this is actually old altar from Switzerland, Zurich temple. Very beautiful, looks like golden. And we have Gornitai deities, and the other altar has been always just with the picture of Panchatattva. But he said, and I feel that we should get Lord Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. So, and he actually requested, and a devotee in Puri, he made from wood Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. This big Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, and the devotees brought them on the airplane to Estonia. And then he said, now we're going to have this big festival. We will have Maharajas coming, Bhakti Vaibhava Swami, Bhakti Vigango Swami, many other elevated devotees. So we're going to have the installation ceremony during the festival. So then we told everybody, and you know, like almost all the devotees came from our yatra, which is not very big compared to some other countries. But we had like 170 devotees, which is a huge number for Estonia, considering that we have only 1.3 million people living. So that's a big crowd of devotees, all in our temple, and then on the second day we had this installation ceremony. And every day, and especially on the Saturday, it was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we were telling devotees, bring all kinds of foodstuffs. Let's satisfy Lord Jagannath. Let's feed him like in Puri. So we had like 54 preparations and, this huge kirtan, 3 days, every day 12 hours of kirtan, 10 hours, 12 hours of kirtan, every day Harinam. So it was a huge Sankirtan Yag. Everybody was in full ecstasy. And it was so nice. We installed the deities. And then the festival ended. Everybody was still very blissed out. But of course, most devotees, everybody went to their homes and like that. So we were, again, the brahmachari team is in the temple. And so we went back to our regular brahmachari style of, some simple khichdi, some, rice, sabji, simple food, and then offering that to Jagannath. And then a few days passed. And one morning, I was the puchari. And I was offering the breakfast to Jagannath Balasubar and to Gornitai. And I just took the Maha plate and transferred it and washing that. And then suddenly comes the temple commander. And he says, with very excited look on his face, can you please offer this mango to Jagannath? And in Iskcon, in the temple, we have a fixed schedule of Titi Seva. So you're not doing spontaneous offerings, usually. So usually have before Mangalarati and then the breakfast and like that. So I said, okay, we can offer for lunch. He said, no, I will tell you later, offer now. And I could understand that, okay, something special is going on. So I took that mango, washed it, cut it into nice pieces, and I went to offer for Jagannath Balasubar and Gornitai. And then I came back, I transferred, and I washed everything like usually. And then I gave the Maha Prasadam this, and this went upstairs into the Brahmachari ashram because our temple leader also, he was our senior brahmachari. And then I'm hearing from the upstairs shouts of Haribol, Haribol, this is nectar, wow. Everybody's like in ecstasy. So then I finish my service and I go upstairs and then they narrate me the story. That morning, the temple phone rang. And then the temple commander took the phone. And there was a lady speaking in English language with Indian accent, yes, like Indian Mataji, and was asking, Hare Krishna Prabhu, do you have Jagannath Balasubar deities in your temple? And he said, yes, we have. We just installed them like 1 week ago or something. And then she says, you know what? Lord Jagannath appeared to me in my dream last night. And he said, my devotees in Tallinn, they organized such a beautiful festival for me, and they were chanting, and they were offering so many nice foodstuffs. But now after the festival, they started to offer me so less foodstuffs, so poorly. And even they didn't offer me those mangoes in the fridge. So that was the message. And you know what? 11 years ago, at that moment, Facebook was not yet so widespread. I think we didn't have a Facebook page back then for the temple. We had just an ordinary website, and we hadn't updated that. So like only we knew when people who came to the festival from the same country, maybe a few countries. So it was not like that. It has spread all over the world that we had Jagannath Balasubar. So how could she know? But she could know, because actually Jagannath appeared to her. And then, of course, we told that to the congregation, and everybody was in ecstasy. Everybody started to bring mangoes. And everybody started to bring, home-cooked bread, paneer, and all kinds of offerings. And we started to feed, like proper, making your preparations. And then the Mataji also asked during that call, what do you usually offer for Jagannath in the evening? And so the temple commander said, well, we offer milk, hot milk. And she said, well, no, you must offer something more also. You must offer some baked goods, something, at least some cake or cookies. So, and then of course, devotees started to bring cookies and cakes and So a few days after that, in the evening, one of the pujaris, he got very inspired, and he took some home-cooked bread and paneer, and he roasted the bread and the paneer, and he made the sandwiches, and offered for Jagannath Subhadra. And I think 2 days passed, or 1 day passed, and the Mataji called again. And she said, Lord Jagannath appeared again. And he said that he very much liked the cheese sandwich. Can you imagine that? I very much liked the cheese sandwich. So then, of course, naturally, devotees were in completely in ecstasy, and then everybody, started, I want to serve somehow, bring food and like this. That is a very rare thing that, God speaks to you. And you know for sure that He accepts your offering of love. So, and I can tell the devotees that we were able to find out the name of that Mataji, and she's an Iskcon devotee, and I even know who is her guru, but we were told to keep this as a secret. So her Guru Maharaj had told that please don't make this public, your identity, because actually many other deities have appeared to her also. So this is a true story. So, but I know the name, but according to Guru's orders, I'm not going to tell that. But anyway, this is a true story. And so this is some special soul who has, somehow Krishna is revealing to her, the deity forms are revealing to her. And I think 1 or 2 years passed, and this Kirtan Mela festival became a tradition. So I think the next or the one after that, Kirtan Mela we had again, and then of course devotees came from different countries. And then one day during the festival, again the phone rings. And then I took the phone and was the same Mataji. And she was telling that Lord Jagannath is sending you a message. And he's telling that I'm very satisfied with my devotees in Tallinn. And I want more mangoes. And then I went to the temple room and I said, everybody, excuse me, special announcement. Jagannath just called, he wants mangoes. And it was like this, like almost everybody left the temple room, and then I guess they bought like all the mangoes in Tallinn city and brought to the temple. So usually we hear such stories from, Chaitanya Charitamrita, some other scriptures, stories of saints like 200, 300, 1,000 years ago. But this is something very contemporary. And this is a real story. So it's a very rare thing. But it happened. How we got that unconditional mercy, we don't know. But surely Jagannath made that to increase our faith and love for Him. So we see that Krishna is there. He is none different from His Murti form. And He's none different from the holy name. And Krishna may not always reveal in such amazing ways. Of course, if He wants, He can do that, as we see. But if we serve Him with love, then you can be assured that He accepts. And in your heart, you're going to feel that He has accepted and He's happy. So this is the special story, Shri Shri Jagannath Subhadra Devi Ki. And these deities are still there and they're worshipped. So if you ever come to Estonia, surely pay them a visit. So this is amazing. And I know many senior devotees, they published this story, and it also was spreading. And I had a few times in India. I remember when I came first to Bangalore, then devotees told me, "Oh, are you from Estonia? We heard from this Bhakti-Rasamrita Swami this story about Jagannath." And I told, "Yeah, I was there." He said, "Oh my God!" But still, there are many devotees who don't know. I guess everybody heard this for the first time, right? So this is a very special story, and we see it's all about relationship. And also from the other stories we have from the scriptures, it's all about relationships. Krishna is just looking for that loving relationship, and He doesn't care. Are you an Indian body or American body or whatever body? He doesn't care. You're a man, woman, old, poor, intelligent. He's actually seeing what is really in your heart. So if you really want to serve Him, at least with whatever capacity you have, He will surely come and He will accept, and that relationship will grow. So in nectar devotion, Prabhupada says that, so this book, Nectar of Devotion, this is teaching us the science of loving everyone of the living entities by the simple method of loving Krishna. So you see, when you pour water on the root of a tree, then all the leaves and branches get nourished, right? So in the same way, we don't need to separate the love, each and everyone. We should just love Krishna. And that will practically manifest that your loving, proper loving sentiments will increase for all living entities. Just like when you put prasadam in your mouth and it goes in your stomach, then your whole body becomes energized, right? You don't need to feed your feet or hands separately, right? So in the same way also is that if you are serving Krishna, you will see your capacity to properly love others and your compassion will increase like anything. So this is the best method. You learn how to love God and then you will become the most loving person. So this is what we have to learn, and this is real religion. Because otherwise we may love our countrymen and nation and community, but then it's always lacking. For example, we say, yes, we love our countrymen, but what about our other brothers and sisters, the animals? They are also in this country, but they, maybe we kill, we don't care, we eat. Yes, it's happening in many places. So it's not full love. Full love means that everybody is taken care of. So this is the simple and natural method of loving Krishna. This is taught in the Nectar of Devotion. So therefore this book is very, very essential. If you don't have that book, then surely get one. Nectar of Devotion. This is one of our standard books of spiritual knowledge, and this will open up all the practical details, how in day-to-day life more go deeper in developing bhakti. So, and of course there are prescribed methods, because now we're still in a state of illusion and we're identifying with this body, and there's so many things going on. So therefore there are certain methods of bhakti yoga that we have to apply so that this natural love can be, the obstacles can be removed and it can be fully awakened. That means it's already there, but it needs to be fully, so it starts to fully blossom like a lotus flower. But it requires watering, it requires sunlight, it requires to take care of the weeds. So therefore, practice has to be there. But the more you do, and the more it's you will have that effect. The heart becomes more pure and the love becomes more manifest. So in the same way that the child has actually inherently ability to walk, but he needs to practice, he needs to be encouraged, but gradually he will walk, right? So in the same way we have that love, but it needs to be also encouraged, nourished, and practiced. And then it fully becomes manifested, fully natural. So, and for that, there are 5 most powerful methods for awakening that bhakti. And we all know them, but we really need to go deeper into that practice. So that is residing in a holy place, like Mathura, Vrindavan, Puri, Mayapur, or you can make your home a holy place where you put Krishna in the center and serve Krishna. And then also worship in the deity form of the Lord, just like we see from the Jagannath story. So serving the deity form of the Lord with love. And then also reciting Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah, I'm hearing my echo there. So reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, that means also hearing and applying the principles of Bhagavatam in your life. So Bhagavatam, Krishna Katha, or any books which are giving the message of the Bhagavatam, this goes into that category. So this first time I'm giving a lecture and listening to a lecture at the same time. So, okay, it's okay, it's okay. And also serving devotees. So that's fun. So serving devotees. So now it's double times repeating. It's very important. You listen carefully. Yes, serving devotees. It means because Krishna, who is most dear to Krishna? His devotees. What is Krishna doing in the spiritual world? He's exchanging love with his devotees. So now we have to learn to love the devotees. The more we love devotees, the more we love Krishna. Very simple. And Krishna becomes very happy when you love and serve the devotees. And then your love for Krishna also increases. So you always remember that. It's not that me and Krishna, No, it's not like that. It means me, devotees of Krishna. So we are preparing ourselves, because in the spiritual world there are unlimited devotees. So here we are actually learning that. So we will speak more about it today. And of course, the fifth, chanting Hare Krishna, chanting holy names of God, especially together. So the more you do that, and it will also increase your natural love and take away all the coverings. So this is said by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. These are the 5 most potent practices which we should do regularly. So therefore, yeah, we see the whole world is misguided and in frustration because everybody wants to love. But then if they don't know that the loving propensity should be directed to God, then they start to, we love humanity, or we love nation, community, like this. But it's not fully complete. Fully complete becomes when we love Krishna, and then naturally this will spread to everyone. And it's actually practically really like that. So therefore, we should reawaken the art of loving God, art of loving Krishna, and we should become perfect in that and spread it. Then this will cure all the ills of the society and of the world. Yes, it is mostly true. And in Vrindavan, for example, we see that, like I'm speaking the true spiritual Vrindavan, that everybody is jolly, everybody is happy. Yes, and we want to be happy, right? Nobody wants to, who wants to suffer? Yeah, I want to suffer. No. Everybody wants to be happy. That's a natural thing. So we see that in Vrindavan, everybody is jolly. The birds, trees, the water, the land, the cows, the inhabitants, the cowherd boys, cowherd girls. Everyone is happy simply by loving Krishna. So that's the expert, or how to say, the ideal, or the example, the true example for us to learn how to love Krishna like the inhabitants in Vrindavan. That I just want to satisfy Krishna and I'm not expecting anything for return. That is pure love. So gradually we have to come to that level, become fully satisfied. So simply by loving Krishna, this is Vrindavan. And Krishna is coming to this world and exhibiting his pastimes and telling, why are you rotting in this material world? Come back to me. Come back to me. So Krishna, this is Krishna's business, and he's so kind. So he has manifested all his Leelas to wake us up and understand that our natural home is with him. And in that world of Krishna, our innermost desires can find its full satisfaction. So we have to turn our attention there and practice that, because bhakti is not sentimental. It is a strict practice, and it requires sacrifice. Actually, just like any serious loving affair, even in the material world. If you get married, that means you have to make sacrifice, you have to learn how to love, how to serve. Same thing with Krishna. But with Krishna is that love is eternal. Because material love has end, and it always has a tinge of, I want something from this. But with Krishna, that love is eternal, and it gives full satisfaction. And so you love Krishna as a lover, or as a husband, or as a friend, or as a master, or you love him as your child. The thing is that these relationships will be eternal. They will never stop. They will only grow. So therefore, how important it is to learn to love Krishna. And if we do that, then even these temporary loving affairs we can do in a proper way, without material attachments, but in a way that the love to Krishna is expanding the other living entities. So, and we have to purify ourselves. So therefore we have that process, that we have faith, otherwise we wouldn't be here. Otherwise we would be somewhere in a pizza shop in Mumbai or whatever, I don't know. It's not that you cannot eat pizza, but you should offer to Krishna with love. So then you eat prasadam. But my point is that we all have faith, otherwise we wouldn't be here to invest our time and energy. So that's very good. So then we have to continue in the association of devotees, and then we can engage and learn devotional service. We can become initiated by Guru, and then under his guidance to go through all the anarthas. And then we can come to a very fixed platform where we are very serious about loving Krishna. And then we can have very great taste for the holy name. At that level, you will never get tired of chanting the holy name. And what to speak of falling asleep during the chanting. So we have to go through these stages. And this is all purification of the heart and development of love. So this faith is actually love, but it's in an early stage. And gradually it will develop, and then we will get more attached to Krishna, then spiritual emotions, and then full prema. So therefore, instead of loving Krishna, in this world we see people are loving dogs, cats, this and that, my country, community. But when you love Krishna, automatically you love every other thing. So here in Mumbai, when I came here 2 days ago, then I noticed an Indian gentleman walking with a dog, like pet dog. Nicely taken care of, not like street dogs who are looking rough. This was like a pet dog, a Labrador retriever. And it was, and this dog had this kind of face. I was looking at the dog, maybe thinking that, okay, this is a nice position. This human is serving me, feeding me, taking me out. Yeah, it's nice. But still, I'm in a dog's body. And actually I'm a spirit soul. So the thing is that we see, even in India, is that you want to love, and then the West same thing. And then if somehow that love is frustrated because you don't direct it to God, then still somehow you take a cat or a dog and you love. But then the thing is that then you become absorbed, and then you can become a dog in your next life. Okay, maybe if you're a pious person, then you get a home where the dog is taken care of, but that's not guaranteed. Maybe you're going to be a street dog. Not a good position, right? So therefore, you see, whatever mood we are developing, that we will attain at the time of death. So if you're now developing Krishna Bhakti, and at the time of death, then you can be ready to go to Krishna. But if you're developing some other consciousness, you become very attached to dogs or family members, then, of course, if family members are devotees, that's another thing, but if otherwise, then you probably will think of that your most attached object, and then you will take such a body. But then again, samsara continues. But we have to come out of that. So yes, we are always trying to love someone. So whether we put that love into Krishna, and that includes also properly loving and having compassion to all other living beings. So these things go hand in hand. And only in this way we can become free from the clutches of material energy, because we give ourselves into the hands of Krishna. And we see that Krishna consciousness is natural for everyone. So we see Africa, America, Europe, so many people have become Krishna devotee. If it's not a natural thing in the heart, how can they become? So therefore, this process of bhakti yoga is most natural. Because if you do karma or yoga or dhyana, these are still with some material motives. We want to get rich or wealthy or materially happy or go to heavenly planets, but it's all temporary. It's going to end. We get the result and then again it's over. It's like going for a vacation. Let's say you go to Dubai or you go to, I don't know, where the Indians usually want to go, somewhere, Western country, Switzerland, I don't know, somewhere you're going. America, yeah, or come to Europe, but then 1 week, 2 weeks, and then money is finished, tickets going back to India again. You have to work. So this is material affairs. It's temporary. But with Krishna, it's this: you develop, you get perfection, finish, pass. No more coming to this material world. And with Krishna, it's much better than you can imagine. So we should take the word of Krishna himself. He says that if you understand my birth and activities, and if you develop love for me, then you will never come back to this world which is full of suffering. This is the ultimate solution. So therefore, we are learning gradually how to think of Krishna, love Krishna 24 hours a day. And that you can do in any situation. You can be a housewife, or a businesswoman, or you can have a very nice manufacturing things, or you can be a teacher, or work in an office, or you can be a brahmachari in a temple. That is not so important. Main thing is that you use this process, and in any situation, you can develop Krishna consciousness and love for Krishna and attain perfection. So you use your talents in Krishna service. So Krishna consciousness is very natural, but we need to make some effort to awaken this. And then we can become like the inhabitants of Vrindavan, who are fully in love with Krishna, that they even forget that Krishna is God. Oh, he's my friend, he's my child, he's my lover. So that will be revealed in due course of time. What is our eternal relationship? But it's all based on love. So some way or other, we must engage ourselves in loving Krishna. That is the success of life. And this is real human civilization. And we will lose nothing, we will only gain. So, and then we will also just point out that some practical points in that process, Rupa Goswami gives in the Nectar of Instruction. He says that first of all, we have to tolerate our urge to speak. That means speaking nonsense. If we speak about Krishna, spiritual things, that is okay. And we should also control our mind's demands, actions of anger, and the urges of tongue, belly, and genitals. So therefore, you see, this seems to be, what is the connection with love? But it is connected. So therefore, if we regulate ourselves according to the injunctions of the Shastras, then we open up ourselves for more mercy of God. And then we can focus nicely on Krishna. Because otherwise, we are still serving our mind and senses. And we're still trying to satisfy our material ego if we're not controlling them. But controlling means engaging them in Krishna's service. So therefore, this is very essential. So another important book, if you don't have it, please do get it. Nectar of Instruction, Upadeshamrita. So, Nectar of Devotion, if you don't have it, please buy one from your temple. Nectar of Instruction also, if you don't have it, please buy one. Read it, follow it, and you make success like anything. Because these are most essential instructions, practical instructions, in addition to the Gita and Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. So another thing is that there are things we should avoid. So we should not eat more than necessary. And we should not collect more things and funds than required. So we should live a simple life. It doesn't mean that you cannot be a wealthy person if that is your karma. But you should not unnecessarily increase your collection of things. Be satisfied with what you have according to your situation. And don't eat too much. Of course, prasadam is spiritual. So we are encouraged to eat. But still, one should eat not so much that after that you will just be lazy and sleep. Not like that. So otherwise it's detrimental. So, and also over-endeavoring for mundane things that are very difficult to obtain. So no need to construct skyscrapers. Okay, if you can make a skyscraper where all devotees can live together and worship Krishna, that's a good thing. But you're not going to build a huge house just for your own satisfaction. So this is one example. Also talking unnecessarily about mundane subject matters. So we should not do prajalpa. Oh, did you hear? Something like this, divorce there, this, that, there, you know, this politician, he fell down, he was put in jail. No, all this village talk. No need to talk. We should speak about topics that is uplifting spiritually. Of course, material things we need to discuss, but again, in a way that it's conducive to spiritual life. And then also we should practice the rules and regulations of scriptures for the real purpose of developing love for Krishna. Not just that we are doing this and that's it, but actually we should start to understand that, no, this is really important, it's going to help me. So we should have that deeper understanding that this is actually good for me, all what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, for example. So we should also not be working independently or whimsically. So we should take shelter of Guru and we should have guidance. And also, we should not associate with worldly-minded persons who are not interested in Krishna consciousness. That means we should be compassionate to them, we should respect them, we should try to give them Krishna consciousness, but we are not accepting their values. We are operating in Krishna's values. So it's not that on the street and you're going to run away, oh, materialist, get away from me. It's not like this. No, Krishna conscious person is very friendly, but he doesn't accept, he gives association, he doesn't accept materialistic association, yeah? But he will accept, of course, spiritual association. And also, we should not be greedy for mundane achievements. That maybe, I don't know, maybe you want to look like Mr. Olympia, bodybuilder or something. No, of course, sometimes maybe somebody is really, that's a job, They also get money, okay, some special athlete, yeah, that's okay. But again, like some very hard to achieve things, or you think, oh yeah, I'm going to be a millionaire or something like that. But yeah, sometimes we have that karma, but usually we don't. So therefore, not to be greedy for mundane achievements. And then there are 6 things which are very favorable, which will help our bhakti to grow. And this is, first of all, being enthusiastic. Yeah, you should be enthusiastic. Just like Srila Prabhupada wrote to my Guru Maharaj, he wrote that, I see that you're a very enthusiastic young boy. You just continue like that enthusiastically, and surely Krishna will bless you. So therefore, my Guru always says that I'm always enthusiastic, because people many times ask him, how are you always happy, so enthusiastic? How can we be so enthusiastic like you? And he says, I'm simply following Prabhupada's order. He ordered me to be enthusiastic. So we have to be enthusiastic. We have to understand this is a dynamic, wonderful process. And if we go into this, we'll see, wow, it's a wonderful ocean to swim in, this ocean of bhakti. We should be confident, yeah. And if we practice properly, we will get result and we will see, yes, we will get inspiration. Actually, yeah, it is working, truth works. And we should endeavor with confidence, surely, one-pointed attention, confidently, and we should be patient also. Not that immediately. Now I go to the temple room and I pay obeisances in front of the deities and I stand up and I'm pure devotee. Yeah. It's not so quick. It may be, but usually it takes some time, It's a practice. So we have to be patient also, and we should act according to regulated principles, such as chanting about Krishna, hearing about Krishna, thinking about Krishna, serving Krishna, offering worship to Krishna, praying to Krishna, becoming a servant of Krishna, becoming a friend of Krishna, and fully surrendering to Krishna. So, and we should also associate more with devotees. Yes, we should take devotee association, and that's a very powerful process. So, the more you associate with those who love Krishna, then you will see your love also will increase, especially if you serve them. Actually, association means you do some service. That's real association. Not just you sit next to somebody. But you actually serve. You're in a favorable mode. What can I do for you? And then you do something which you can do. And then also following the footsteps of the previous acharyas. So we have to nicely understand and read and apply Prabhupada's teachings and also the previous acharyas. But actually Prabhupada has already given condensed milk of all the previous acharyas. I tell you, the more you practice Krishna consciousness, the more you're going to realize everything is in Prabhupada's books. You can read additionally also Six Goswamis. Prabhupada speaks about that we should read. But actually, sufficient it's there. Yeah. So I can assure you that. Just you need to have some training and also apply your intelligence in doing that. And then undoubtedly you will have complete success in pure devotional service. So you see how important that nectar of instruction. And then you can more naturally become purified and more naturally can think of Krishna and think, how can I more serve Krishna? How can I more serve devotees? And it's going to be very wonderful. And then also Rupa Goswami says that offering gifts in charity, accepting charitable gifts, revealing one's mind in confidence, inquiring confidentially, accepting prasada and offering prasada are the 6 symptoms of love shared by one devotee and another. And actually these things we also share with Krishna. We feed him, we pray to him, and he gives us prasadam, right? So you see, this is exchange of love. And this also, if you practice with devotees, then Krishna also becomes very pleased. Because Krishna says in Adi Purana that if somebody says he's my devotee, he's not my devotee. But someone who is a devotee of my devotee, he is my devotee. So therefore we have to become a devotee of Krishna. So therefore I have to surrender to Guru, and we should also serve other devotees. And how you serve them, how you develop love, it works very simply. You give some gifts, and you also accept. Sometimes you think, accepting, I'm just enjoying. But no, accepting is also an art. How you can accept with gratitude, and not all the time, no, don't give me, I'm so fallen. No, actually you can accept in a grateful way. That's also love, that you accept, right? So you give gifts in charity. So it doesn't only mean that now I'm going to give only donations to everybody, but you can give your time, your attention, your skills, your help in so many ways. There is unlimited ways. But you are there for the other person. Some way you do some kind of gifts. And you also accept, even simply by giving association, even smiling, that's also a gift. I'm smiling, I'm sending gifts, and he's sending me back. Thank you. But we are increasing love. And then revealing one's mind in confidence, inquiring confidence. So we should ask how to develop love, how we can inquire, and we should also listen, about Krishna like that. And accepting prasad and offering prasad. So just like one devotee, you brought me prasad today. So I was accepting that. That is also exchange of love. Just like after the program, there is prasad distribution. So giving prasad is a very powerful thing. And accepting prasad is also, love will increase. And I'm telling you that this also may sound a little bit like mechanical, but actually if you do this, you will see your consciousness will be uplifted. If you do it regularly, you actually see more love will come. So it's true. Why? Because it's Krishna's system. So we should practice that. and you will see there is so much benefits. Krishna will be very happy if you do these 6 loving exchanges with devotees. So we should remain strong. That means we should be fixed in Krishna consciousness, and in this way, in this life, we can become a fit candidate for going back home, back to Godhead. Yes, by simply following these wonderful instructions, given in nectar of instruction, nectar of devotion. And Krishna will make us again. He will reinstate us in our eternal position as one of his associates in the spiritual world. And he will give you the opportunity how you want to serve him. Maybe you want to serve him like a gopi, maybe you want to serve him like a parent, maybe you're going to serve him like a friend. That will be revealed in due course time by Guru and Krishna. But Krishna will give you finally, when you're ready at that position, how you want to actually serve Krishna and how how you can love Krishna. So it's not that we become Nanda Maharaj, for example, no, but we follow their example, that we develop a similar love if we want to be like a parent of Krishna. That's one example. But the point is that if you're following this process, then that love will be fully awakened. So, and when you do these things, you will see your japa becomes better. So then we will see also, the more we serve devotees and apply these principles, and we also that we naturally start better chanting with love. But so that's one thing. And also our Guru, because Guru is giving us Prabhupada's teachings, so naturally, if you're really following your Guru, that means, because Guru is teaching the most important thing, how to love Krishna. And at one time, devotees asked, Prabhupada, what pleases you the most? And they were expecting, now Prabhupada will say, book distribution. But Prabhupada said, if you love Krishna. So actually, that's the point of Krishna consciousness. And that love can be expressed in so many ways. Of course, including book distribution, preaching. So, therefore, loving Guru also means loving Krishna. And loving Guru means also you love devotees. Not that, oh yeah, I have Guru. And now all devotees, they are neophytes, I am advanced. No, it's not like this. Actually, if you love your Guru, that means you also serve the devotees. Yeah, so it's all connected. So loving Krishna means loving Guru, loving devotees, and showing compassion on living entities. So by loving exchanges with devotees, then Krishna becomes very pleased. and in this way, we can develop very good chanting. Of course, you will endeavor to chant with attention and like that, but all these things you will see is like Krishna is person, so he sees that you're loving his devotees and you're compassionate to others, and he will give you more taste. So therefore, like Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, that Jiva Doya Namaruchi Vaisnava Seva. So you're compassionate to others, you develop taste for holy name, chant, and you serve Vaishnavas. This is the essence of religion, of Dharma. Because we are part and parcel of Krishna, so our natural position is to love him. And that's the best humanitarian work also, to help others to develop real love for God, for Krishna. So this is the philosophy that we are teaching. So therefore, just give your love to Krishna. And that you will see, you will learn to love everyone on a spiritual platform, which is very, very satisfying. And you will see also that the Guru and Prabhupada will become very happy, will get special, special blessings. And soon you will find yourself back in the spiritual world. So, therefore, this is the science of just giving your love to Krishna, according to nectar of devotion, nectar of instruction. Of course, many more things could be said, but this is the main essence. So, we have been exactly, because we started a little bit later, so and we have a next session at 6:30, so we can take now some time for questions and comments. Please, would you like to ask something or comment? You didn't, you were expecting that I'm going to go on and on, that suddenly I finish. Okay, sir, please.
What are the ingredients for the exchange of love with God?
The ingredients for exchanging love with God. So these are the same things which we spoke, is that you feed God, you offer him food, you cook food and you offer to him, and then you take his prasadam and also share with others. That's one of the things we should do regularly. Another thing is that you should give something to God also. For example, if you're working, So then you should understand all the results of your karma belong to Krishna. So, and the practical manifestation is that then at least some portion of it regularly you should donate to the temple for deity worship, or to sadhus or preachers or gurus, like that. And then also is that you pray to Krishna. My dear Krishna, please give me the intelligence and strength that I can properly follow your teachings in the Gita. And please guide me so that I can perfect my love to you. And then also when he is answering you, usually he will send you help through other devotees. So then you accept that. So these are the loving exchanges. And another thing is, as we mentioned, the same loving exchanges with devotees. That will Krishna be very happy. He will notice, oh, he's serving my devotees. Let me bless him with more understanding about my nature. And of course, chanting the holy names. So, and if you want to know even more to know, then you should buy yourself, if you don't have one yet, nectar of devotion and nectar of instruction.
Is there any do's and don'ts for following those things?
Yeah, of course. We actually, today from nectar of instruction, we said that you should control your senses. So that means do's, and also don'ts, that you should not accept materialistic values from materialistic association, and you should not simply practice this process that, okay, I'm just practicing, but you should really understand what's the goal, why I'm doing this. So therefore, if you get yourself nectar of instruction, then in the first 4 verses, there are the main do's and don'ts. And nectar of devotion will give you 64 do's and about 32 don'ts. So you simply follow that and become expert in that science of loving Krishna. So I just don't have so much time to go through all that, but you will get your specific understanding so that you can exactly know what is proper and what is not. Does that answer your question? Okay.
What is the process of surrender
To Krishna? So Sharanagati, this process means is that first of all you take shelter of a devotee of Krishna. So you should take shelter of a bona fide spiritual master, render service to him, and inquire from him how to advance further. And then in due course of time, you should take initiation from him and dedicate your life in serving him. And then you should also very nicely align yourself in following the instructions given in the Shastras, just like Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, and nectar of devotion, nectar of instruction. So these are the first 4 steps. And then there are further steps also. But if you start with these, then naturally the others will also follow. So these things are all discussed in those books. So therefore, surrendering to Krishna starts from surrendering to his representative and taking association from his devotees, and then learning the process step by step. Is that okay? You're most welcome. It's very practical, very scientific. I may be more of a person that I'm trying to give that mood. Yeah, serve Krishna. So I'm not making like charts. I could make maybe in the future, but you can have other devotees, experts here. They can make like very scientifically, okay, this step, this, like this kind of, maybe you need more that kind of explanation, but you will get it from those books. Okay. So any more questions or comments? We have 2 more minutes. Everything is something, whatever you want to ask or question. Everything is clear? But does it make sense? Was it understandable? Oh, please.
Who is the pure devotee?
Okay, that's a very nice question. So pure devotee is that person who is always serving Krishna favorably, without interruptions, and without any desires for results from karma, jnana, or yoga. So his bhakti is pure. So that definition is given in the very beginning of Nectar of Devotion. So there it's given what means pure devotion. So pure devotee is that person who is actually expressing pure devotion. So that is a pure devotee. So you can have those symptoms. Yeah, that's a short answer basically. So, but we have to consider all devotees as pure devotees. We should not think, oh yeah, no. He's a almost pure devotee. He's a little bit less pure devotee, but okay, that's a fully pure devotee. So, but we should see that, okay, I am the most fallen, not artificial humility, but really like, yes, I need to learn. I'm actually, the more we feel humble, then the more we can make progress. But we should see. But of course, naturally, there are gradations. So we are not yet fully perfect yet, but we're on that way. But if we are already on the way, so that's already considered very pure, because we are soon going to come that level. But then of course, you find those who are like completely pure. So those symptoms, as I mentioned to you, those are given in Nectar of Devotion. So that they're all the time serving Krishna, all the time thinking of Krishna, and all the time, like engaged without any material desire for profit in the service of Krishna, which usually includes also distributing the glories of Krishna everywhere and helping others to be Krishna conscious. Does that help? So thank you. You're asking very nice, intelligent questions.
But Prabhuji,
Yes.
Being perfect in the Krishna consciousness, it's one of the trap.
Trap?
Yeah, because we cannot be perfect. Our goal is to love Krishna,
Yes.
not to become a perfect, isn't it?
Well, in a sense, it's true what you say. Yes, in a sense, it's true. Our goal is simply to please Krishna and serve Krishna, but that means perfection. So it's not like this that I'm going to put emphasis on the word perfect. So it may sound something that, I'm going to attain this, and then this is like the, like world championship medal or something. And then I'm going to stay there. No, love is always increasing. But we do have Prabhupada and Acharyas use the word becoming perfect in loving Krishna. So therefore, it is a proper way of expression. But then how do you understand that? So basically, being perfect in loving Krishna means, what you said in the beginning of your sentence, is that it means simply wanting to love Krishna and serve him. So you see, these are not contradictory things. It's just you have to understand the context of the language. So therefore, perfection, self-realization and perfection of human life, spiritual perfection, it means you become perfect in loving Krishna, which means you are serving Krishna favorably as Krishna desires, without any desires for karma, jnana, or yoga. And you are serving him uninterruptedly all the time. That is pure devotion. That is perfection. So you see how these things correlates, yes? So you simply pray to Krishna, I want to serve you and please you, and then you will see Krishna will give you help and he will engage you in his service. Does it make it clear?
Yes, Prabhuji, but it is very difficult to just go in the path continuously because so much of distraction, so much of...
Oh yes, of course. In the beginning, it's not constant. In the beginning, it's a little bit interrupted. That's okay. Krishna understands that. So don't worry about it, because we are speaking about now our ultimate goal. It takes time and practice to come there. But the point is that Krishna is so merciful that he's helping us to take those steps gradually. So you just give yourself in the hands of Krishna. That means actually sooner or later you have to accept the spiritual master, and Krishna will guide you through him. So therefore don't worry about it. Of course, because you've been in this material world for billions of lifetimes, so of course you're distracted. We all are. But we should be enthusiastic and patient. Huh? So then we can see our struggles also. This is part of a growing process. And then you will feel that it's not that Krishna is expecting that now you're going to act as a pure devotee. You cannot do it artificially, but it's a gradually have to come. No, I can give a material analogy. Let's say, again, you're going to become a super athlete, bodybuilder, or whatever, cricket player. You have to train for many years. It's not that you go to the gym for one day and next morning, oh yeah, I'm super strong, I can lift 300 pounds, 400 pounds, whatever. It takes time to build muscle and that strength, and it's a lot of tapasya. So therefore also, in the same way, it's an analogy is that Krishna consciousness takes time to fully fructify. So therefore we have a process. From Shraddha to Prema, there are 8 levels. And those levels have, those levels have symptoms. So therefore you have faith, and now you're in association of devotees, sadhu sangha. So you're learning how to serve Krishna. And therefore, don't worry about your imperfections or distractions. you continue doing what is right. And gradually, these obstacles will also be gradually removed. When you take shelter of a guru, and then you get more into bhajana kriya, more doing devotional service under guidance of guru, and then you learn how to make your devotional service more fixed and constant, and then you go through the anarthas, you see. So it takes time, it's a process. So therefore, be encouraged and be patient and just apply what you can apply now and you will grow. God has been forever, so he knows our struggles. It's not the first Kali Yuga for Krishna. He knows what's happening in Kali Yuga. But he's very merciful, Lord Chaitanya. So, does that help?
Yes, Prabhuji. And in Bhagavad Gita, it is also saying that hardly a 1% or a 2% get the full mercy of a God
Yes.
and into the pure devotional service.
Yes.
It's a more easy process. It will take your next birth also. You keep on just doing the bhakti also, or like in a 1 second you just get the bhakti easily. So it's like that.
Yeah, it's possible. There is an example of Katvanga Maharaj. He was a great Kshatriya and he was fighting for the demigods. And then when he was fighting successfully against the Asuras, the demigods were asking, so please, we want to give you a blessing. Thank you so much for your Kshatriya behavior. And then his Maharaj asked, please tell me, when will I die? And they said, oh, actually you will die in a few seconds. And then he said, oh, now I will meditate on Krishna. And he went back home, back to Godhead. So the point is that it's possible to attain pure bhakti in a moment, but it's a very rare thing. It's a special mercy. So we should usually focus that we depend on the mercy, but we should go through this gradual step-by-step process. But actually, even this process, considering that it can be perfected in one lifetime. So, and you know, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that out of many millions, there is some few who want to perfection, and then from those very few. But by Lord Chaitanya's mercy, everyone can become those few. So that is a special charity, special sale. You know, like in the shopping mall, sale. Kurta, dhoti, special sale, saris, and then 70% minus. Oh, but Lord Chaitanya is giving 100%. But you have to go in the shop and you have to get it. So therefore also, you have to pick out your beads and you have to chant, you have to do devotional service, then you will gradually come to the pure love of Krishna. So let us conclude here because we have another session. We have wonderful youth coming, the future of India is coming. So, Srila Prabhupada ki. Let us develop your devotion to Krishna ki. Jai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Thank you so much, dear devotees. We wish you all the best and thank you for holy association. Hare Krishna. It's been our fortune, good fortune.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for sharing your wonderful experiences. Let's thank Prabhuji by loudly chanting Hare Krishna Mantra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So thank you so much, and now we have the youth session. I don't know.